Hey everybody, welcome back to Champion Sons, and we are back on the diamond with the Texas Longhorns and our road to the College World Series. Now, we have basically made it to the very end of our regular season. We did get number one in our division, so we are in the tournament essentially. Now, we did not get number one in our league, as I call it, but we have made it to the tournament. And so, taking a look at some of the other teams that we might end up facing, we're talking UCLA and USC are also in. Miami came in. Mississippi State is in there. They were able to beat out the Aggies and hold them off. And Alabama has also made it to the tournament. Barely, having almost at a 500 season. So I'm not sure how well they are going to fare once it gets down to it. But we're getting really close to seeing if they can maintain a little bit over 500, and we'll kind of see what happens once we actually do begin the playoffs. So taking a look at some of the play-in spots, Oregon State looks like they may be taking on USC, and that would be a tough matchup for them, I will say. Now, this is the last game of the season. We are starting it. We are going to finish the season facing the same team we were at the start of this season, the Tcu Horn Frogs, coming out of Fort Worth, but this time we are at home here at Dish Falk Field in Austin, Texas, getting ready to take on this team, and hopefully we can finish with a win and a big offensive performance, which is going to be key for us in the playoffs. We've been kind of slow on the offensive side in this back half of the season. We've still been able to win games because of pitchers like Gil Lucero maintaining a 2.58 ERA. But we definitely need to see some more from us at the plate if we are going to be successful kind of going forward. You know what I mean? And so taking a look, the game has gotten underway. And after two pitches to the leadoff hitter, Andy Griffith, who's batting .343 on the season, three pitch. We are 2-1 getting behind, and that's not a good start as the next pitch comes in, and that's going to paint the corner and get in there at a 2-2 count now here in the top of the first as this game has just begun. So now 2-2 delivery by Lucero. Fires it in there, and that's going to be a check swing, but they will give him the ball on that so we now have a full count. And the payoff pitch, he's going to swing and miss. Strikeout number one for Gil Lucero on that slider. That thing was nasty. Griffin didn't even have a chance and to be able to hit that ball. Gave it his best effort. You got to give him that, but just was not enough. So coming up next for the Horned Frogs is going to be Nelson, who's going to drive one to right field, and that's going to fall in front of Pollard, and he will be on first base now. That's not where you want to be if we're the Longhorns trying to get them shut down early, and they've already got a man on first, two batters into this one. So now coming up is Neville Russo, number 3, batting .310 on the season, and he's now staring down an 0-1 count, which has now been evened up by not swinging at a bad pitch. 1-1 here. As the delivery comes in, that's going to be, just outside of the zone. 2-1 is now the count to Russo. As Gil brings it home, and that's going to be fouled off down the right field line. That umpire almost got his head taken off by it, but the count is 2-2. And the delivery, that's going to be high into the center field. Is it going to drop? No, it's not. Harvey Hayes chases that one down and fires it in before anybody can kind of make it over to second base. So that was a good little matchup right there against Russo to get him to fly out to center. Next up, they will have Velez, followed by Morales at the 4-5 spot. So Ron Velez, their clean-out hitter, is batting only .272 this season. He has been kind of struggling in moments like this, but generally comes through when they do have runners in scoring position. So now, after that pitch, that is going to be 1-1 count to Velez as Gil brings home the next pitch, and they're going to go for second. And we fire down. He's going to be out. What a play. Andres Cairo nails him at second base. That's going to end this inning. What a throw that was. Coming through on that one. Nailed him just in time. Navoa got the tag down. That was beautiful to see. And so after that, coming into the bottom of the first inning, the Longhorns will be facing Dane Giordino, who's 11-13 on the season with a 4.06 ERA. He's got 54 walks for 154 strikeouts with a 1.30 whip. And he's given up 193 hits this season, going 190.2 innings. So more than one hit an inning, so we should have plenty of opportunities coming in here. And to lead off for the Longhorns, it is going to be Marlon Sweet. So he steps up to the plate, and that first pitch is going to come high and inside, but that is still in the zone, as it now is an 0-1 count to Sweet here to lead off this game for the Longhorns offense. Second pitch is going to be fouled off, coming in just on the outside. That was a good pitch right there. A good fastball on the outside edge, just could not catch up with it. 0-2 delivery now. Sweet's going to let that one hold off on the inside. A slider coming right at him, bravely standing in there, just asking to be hit. But that's still going to be a ball nonetheless, and he has another opportunity that comes down low and out of the zone. So he's worked his way to an even count again. He's no longer behind, as we have a 2-2. Here to Sweet as he pops that one up. That one's just inside the zone. That was a good timing on the swing, but you know that you got to give the pitcher credit on that one. An inside slider coming at him. You know, it just ended up with the pop-up. So there's going to be the Longhorns lineup. Vega, Crane, Hayes, Padilla, Novoa, Baker, Pollard, Cairo will finish off this lineup. And we got some pretty good power at 3, 4, and 5 with Drew Crane, Harvey Hayes, and Padilla right there. So next up to the plate is going to be Mario Vega, sporting a 261 batting average this season. Not the most powerful hitter, but he's come through when we've really needed him. And he's smart at the plate as well, letting that first pitch go by for a ball and just unable to catch up with that outside fastball as we now have a count 1-1. And the next delivery to Vega, he's going to get him around on that, hit it right to third base, and they're going to get an easy out over there at first. As that is now 2 away for the bottom of the first. Longhorns offense looks like how we've been doing previously. Not really putting together hits, we're getting solid contact, just not able to string everything together like we want. So Drew Crane, number 3 in our lineup, will be coming to the plate now, sporting a 275 batting average this season with a good chunk of RBIs coming off his home runs. And after a couple pitches, he's staring down a 1-1 count now from Giordino. And here comes the delivery. That's going to be outside with that slider going away. Crane fell for it and swings humiliatingly at it. Brings up a 1-2 count. Here's the delivery up high and out of the zone with that fastball. Holding off. Good, smart move to not swing at that one. So we have 2-2 to Crane as the pitch comes in. And he's going to check that one, and they're going to say he didn't go. And looking at that replay, he really didn't. Barely held on to it, but still he's going to bring it to a full count now. So full count payoff pitch. Here it comes, and Drew Crane's going to get a good little piece of wood on that one as it was away, but it's just going to be not enough as it hangs up in the air, and that's going to be caught by the center fielder. And so this inning is going to end 0-0 now. And going ahead, we're going to jump on up to the 8th inning as we are now trailing 1-0 in this ballgame. Offense has been incredibly limited, but right now we have got an opportunity. Dante Pollard is up to plate. We have bases loaded with no outs, needing to make a big-time hit right here. And Pollard, he's not really the man who's always been able to do it, but he can come through in some clutch situations for us. And so the second pitch to him is going to be another ball. So he has a 2-0 count really in his favor and an opportunity for the Longhorns to make something happen. So the 2-0 delivery. And Pollard's going to get a hold of that one. And it's going to fly out, but we got a guy coming home on the tag up. And we go to third as well. We're going to be safe at third. So he does advance 2 guys now. As Pollard with the sacrifice fly ties this game in the bottom of the 8th inning. And that's exactly what you want to see. Now coming up, Andres Cairo. He is 0 for 2 on the afternoon. As that pitch comes in, and he's going to foul it off down the right field line. As he's one of our big power hitters and has been very clutch for us in the past games. Needing to have him make something happen for us right now. And that second pitch is going to be just on the outside, but they call it for a strike anyways. And now he's facing 0-2 count, 1 out in the bottom of the 8th in a 1-1 ball game. And swings and just misses that one. You've got to be kidding me. As he strikes out, giving us 2 outs here as we have a man on first and third. And Marlon Sweet, who's 0 for 3 of the day, steps up to the plate. And now Patrick McGee is in relief for Giordino. as he pitched excellently, but it looks like he's not going to be able to claim the win on this one. Now the second pitch to Sweet is going to be a ball, this time outside, as the count is 1-1 here in the bottom of the 8th. And the 1-1 delivery, Sweet's going to get a hold of that one, and that's going to be high up there. Looks like this inning will be over, and it is. And so we are going to move on to the 9th inning now, tied 1-1. And Rich Nelson, who's 1 for 3 on the day, is going to step up to the plate, as we have got Gil Tejada in to try to set this thing up. He came in the 8th inning to try to set it up to see if we could make something happen, but they were able to snag a run, and so at least we tied him up on that one. Now Tejada coming in, 2 strong strikes to start this at bat. 0-2 is the count, and he's going to get a good long hit on that one. Nelson, that's going to fall in, as he's going to get around first, and he's heading towards second. Harvey Hayes finally gets the ball gathered off the wall and throws it in. And TCU will have a man at second to start the top of the 9th inning. Rich Nelson standing there, coming through in the clutch, 2 for 4 now. And that will bring up Neville Russo, the number 3 hitter in the lineup, who's 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Tejada struggling. We normally don't see him struggle like this. But he's hasn't been, in the perfect form recently. And that one is going to actually be a fly out to Pollard. He's got to get that one in quick as we get the relay, try to fire it over to third. It's just going to be too late, as we now have 1 out, but a man is on third, and that's going to bring up Ron Velez, a cleanup hitter, who's 0 for 3 on the day, needing a big-time strikeout. Tejada's first pitch was low and away for a ball, and that second pitch comes inside but in the zone, bringing us to 1-1. Now Tejada delivers, and that's going to be a high pop-up to right field. Pollard is going to make the catch, but no way we have a chance of getting him out at home. And we're just going to throw it home for showmanship anyways. TCU will take the lead. You've got to be kidding me. 2-1 is the score right now here in the top of the 9th inning, as they ground it right past our man at short, and another hit by TCU, as they've got another man on first right there. And we got to go to a mound visit. We need to take a look at what's happening in our bullpen. I mean, Gil Tejada, he's not tired or anything. It's just they've got his number, and they've put up a couple hits and gotten the go-ahead run that they were needing. So now after a couple pitches to Michael Moore, who's 0 for 3 on the day, we have a 1-1 count here in the top of the 9th inning, as there are 2 outs. And that second pitch is going to be outside for 2-1. Here is the count right now. Tejada delivers, and that's going to be a high pop-up. Pollard should be able to come under that one. And he does, and that will end this inning. 2-1 is now the lead for TCU. That is not what we wanted to see. Normally, our pitching has held up for us, and we've limited them to 7 hits. I mean, we limited them to 7, but they've limited us to 3. That's a problem. I think we all can agree on that, right? And coming back on offense, needing to make something happen once again, but not going to do anything with that. Vega holds off on the swing and gets a 1-0 count here in the bottom of the 9th. And that second pitch is going to be down low as well, so 2-0 to Vega. And remember, we got Crane, Hayes, and Padilla coming up right after him, so if he can get on, we might be able to make something happen. And he does power it to the shortstop, and he's not going to be able to gather it up. Good hit. Came around on it slightly early, but was swinging on that 2-0 count and made it work for him, as he is now on first base. And so here comes Drew Crane, 0 for 3 on the afternoon, but now he's got a man in scoring position. Here in the bottom of the 9th inning, and that first pitch is going to be down low for a ball. Looked like a little bit in the zone, and kind of got a hometown call on that one, but we'll take it whenever we can get it. And that second pitch is going to be outside for a 2-0 count. And Drew Crane, he does have good plate discipline. That's one thing about him that I definitely enjoy playing, having him be on our team for. Third pitch is going to be 3-0. He has got the count right where he wants. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, he has the ability to swing away, no problem. So the 3-0 delivery comes in, and he does give it a cut. Ooh, that one was just inside. It probably would have been called a ball if we held off. But the count is now 3-1. And he gets a good hold of that one. It's down the left field line. It's going to bounce off the wall on the foul territory. So count is now full to Crane here with man on first. And this time Crane gets a hold of the full count pitch and lines it powerfully, just right at the shortstop, as he'll actually end up being the first out for this Longhorn offense here in the bottom of the 9th inning. 2 outs away from this game being over. So Harvey Hayes, 1 for 3 on the day. He's going to step up to the plate and see if we can't make something happen. So the pitch comes into Hayes, and that's going to be, that looked down low and away, but they are going to call that one a strike. So the count is now 0-1. Gabe Chambers, who came in and gave up the hit to Vega there, has been pitching pretty tough for Crane and Hayes, having us both now at even counts with 1-1. Well, Crane was 3-0, then got full count. All right, and Hayes is going to line that one to the right field as we now have a man on first and second. So now we're starting to get hits. See, this is what we needed to do here at the end of the season. We haven't been doing all that consistently, stringing these hits together. So Luis Padilla, 1 for 3 on the day. Our powerful third baseman comes in, and he's a consistent clutch hitter. He's one of those guys you love to have on your squad. First pitch will be outside, second pitch will be inside, and Luis Padilla's facing a 2-0 count, which is a dangerous position to be in. As he stands at the plate, and here comes the delivery from Chambers. That's going to be high and in the middle, and Padilla's going to fall in. We're going to get a man around third. We got him going to third also. We got us run on that one. 2-2 is this ball game. Padilla with the shot to center field. Hayes goes from first to third, and Vega second to home, as this game is now 2-2. And it looks like TCU is going to have to bring in another pitcher. You got to remember, we have Hayes standing on third. A pop-out's all we need. Michael Navoa, and that should be it. He's got it up to left field. Hayes is standing there. He's coming home. And that throws no way that's going to be in time. Longhorns win. Hayes across the plate. Texas wins. And we head off into the playoffs with the victory and in style. Michael Navoa coming through with a sacrifice shot, but getting it done when we really needed to have it. That was a beautiful team finish, and our offense lit up at the end. We didn't have that all game, but we finally started getting some of that timing down, getting into it, and driving the ball into some space. And look what happens when you do that. Guys come across the plate. Harvey Hayes, beautiful slide, getting across safely. That's it, folks. We are going to be off to the playoffs here in style, with a big-time victory over TCU, 3-2. As the hit total was in favor of TCU at 7-6. But to be fair, we really only started hitting for a total of 2 innings, So if we could do that over a whole game, who knows what can happen. Possibly, greatness is what I like to say. And so coming in, we started the season off not so well. TCU was a bane in our side, but we definitely, I like to say, got revenge on this one. Pollard getting some hits. Padilla scoring, getting those final hits also as well. Harvey Hayes coming through in the clutch. You got to love it when stuff like that occurs. And so that will do it for us in this game, ladies and gentlemen. In the next episode, we will be in the College World Series, as we say, the playoffs. But we'll see who we're going to be facing. And it looks like Michigan will be first up for us. And as on the other side, we have Alabama versus Mississippi State. And then the Bruins will be facing either USC or Oregon State. So remember to subscribe if you have not already. And I will see y'all in the College World Series, everybody. So as always, stay safe. And, well, y'all know how it goes by now. Later, y'all.